that was it. Assalamu alaikum.
That's it. Ramadan's in the books. That's it.
That is it.
We made it. You survived Ramadan.
Another Ramadan. It's got to be next Ramadan before you know it.
Yes.
And next Ramadan just started.
Fawzi, no! I'm not ready.
Can we please have Eid first?
No food for you.
Oh, I guess we need to start recording some new Suhoor bites then.
Oh, more Suhoor bites. Let me start to make my top 400 games.
To be honest, I really enjoyed the Suhoor bites. I wouldn't mind having another excuse during the year to come up with something like it, like a similar one.
It's true. They were very fun. Yours were so good, Osama. Like talking to the family, like, and the friends.
Yeah, it's really good to get to meet that that side of your life, Osama. It was a lot of fun.
Well, hopefully when COVID is over, we get to meet each other in person and you get to see them in the flesh.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, but first me, I miss seeing them in the flesh, and then you can
we'll take turns. You go first.
Yeah.
You go first.
I won't even lie. Like, I'm actually jealous that Fawzi did his top 10. I really want to do my top 10 now, but it's so hard. How do you narrow it down? Like, for me, it would take so long to come up with a list of top 10 games. Like,
Osama, your top 10 would be like 10 fighting games.
Maybe 3 of them would be fighting games, but like I would actually probably force only one, just like because it's a lot of them are similar. A lot of my favorite fighting games have it's a style, they fit a mold.
To be fair, Fawzi, like, I thought it was quite brave because, like, creating a top 10, that's a lot of criticism you open yourself up to. But I must say, I didn't have too much to complain. There was a bunch of good stuff in there.
Yeah,
that's some really good video games. Hard to criticize some of the all classics.
Right. Yeah. Metal Gear for me came up. That was like, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
Yeah. For me, it was like the Breath of the Wild is probably, it's really hard. I can't choose between Breath of the Wild or Link to the Past. Those are 2 very different times in my life. How do I pick my favorite Zelda from those 2? It's really hard.
Yeah.
But like Street Fighter for sure. Street Fighter is either my favorite game of all time or my second.
I didn't get that, but StarCraft is okay. I'm good. I'm good. Metal Gear, StarCraft, I'm good.
Not like if Zelda would have made a top 10 all of Zelda games. So I had to distill all of Zelda into number 2 and talk about it for ages.
Yeah,
it worked out. It
was a lot of fun to make. I recorded all of them in one go, so by the time I got to number 1, I was out of breath. Like literally, I was like, "Oof, man, we got to number 1."
I had a thing on my wall with like interview schedules of who to interview when and like what. I should do a top 10 next year.
See, this is why I chose the top 10, because I did all of them in 1 hour before Ramadan started. Well, you guys are like fasting and planning and all sorts of stuff.
Yes.
I have enough on my I got 99 problems, son.
but recording Suhoor by the same one.
Recording Suhoor by the same one.
Rami, man, honestly, yours really made me want to get more guests on the show. There's so many interesting perspectives. I can't wait to. Yeah,
there's so many.
Oh man, that's so cool.
All of those people, I would love to have. Like from Layla in the first episode, Jumana, Malik Zubaila, who did the soundtrack.
I want all of these guys to be guests on the Habibis.
Proper guests.
Okay. Proper guests. Like, we spend an hour with each.
We will do that. That sounds lovely. Because all of them have such different attitude. And there's so many more. I have this list. I made this private Twitter list, secret Twitter list, with just people that I come across that I'm like, oh, I want to talk to this person. Oh, I want to talk to this person. And so many interesting, like, we have everything from like, like people that work at like GameSpot to like people that are like rappers. Like we have like reporters, like musicians. Obviously, there's so many interesting people across the Arab world, across like Muslims around the world, Middle East.
Yeah.
It was such a joy, and it was so much fun to just like give each of them the microphone. And
gotta give them the microphone for longer.
Yeah. Each one had such a different outlook. It's so incredible. I loved it. It was really enduring. Yeah.
I also just really liked how different each of ours were. Like, I think that was my favorite thing. It's like every day, because I would be editing them, and every day I would be, I would edit them in groups of 3 just to keep it easy for myself.
Of course.
And I got to listen to an interview I did, which, like, I already knew what was happening. And then I got to listen to Osama talk to a friend or family. And then I got to listen to Fawzi talking about a game. I was like, you know what? This is a good rhythm. I like this. We should keep this going.
And each speak to our personalities as well, which is awesome.
Right. It's true. But now it's over. Now we're at the end of it. And now it's Eid.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak, everybody.
Yeah. What? I'm excited. Like I said on the episode last week, like I'm going to eat so many sweets.
Oh,
so many sweets. I cannot wait.
As we speak.
As I listen to this, I will play this as I eat my. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I will play this as I first eat a sweet, which is as I'm listening to this now. Now I will eat. See, this is some time. This is some time paradox stuff right here.
This is your canon shot.
This is it. This is if this was a time travel movie. This is the part where things get confusing. Like. I will eat as I hear this. Like, exactly. That's how it's going to go. No, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the Suhoor bites. I hope you had as good of a time with it as we had, like both recording them and listening to each other's Suhoor bites. I hope you had a lovely Ramadan as well, because it was, it's still in COVID. It's still isolated, but I guess we hope that this gave a little bit of community and togetherness.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. On the Discord, especially, everybody sharing food pics during Ramadan, mid-Ramadan, a lot more pleasurable and a lot harder at the same time.
Both.
But it's the thought that counts, right?
Well, sometimes when I saw the food photos on that Discord, I was like, this is an Ramadan hard mode this year.
Yes.
But it was lovely. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming along on this little experiment of ours. We're going back to an episode a week, just as always. A new episode of the Habibis every Friday. For now, Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.